Sports pregame show.
This is 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson. Welcome to the NBA. We're joined by the legends Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Tonight, it'll be the Golden State Warriors going up against the Memphis Grizzlies. Well, for the Grizzlies, they're enjoying a better winning percentage to this point than we saw last season, an encouraging sign for the players and the front office. Got a couple of minutes here before tip-off. Let's talk about the best of the best. The category this time around, ball handling. Kenny, who's got the best handle?
The best handle in the league right now? Oh, easily. Kyrie Irving and Steph Curry. Oh. I'm going Kyrie number one, Steph Curry number 1A. Because I say this, Steph Curry has to use his handle to get his shot, but Kyrie
Welcome, basketball fans, to a very special Veterans Day edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. Hi, this is Kevin Harlan, joined by my partners Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg. It's Western Conference NBA action. The Memphis Grizzlies here at home. Last time in Oakland, they lost to the Warriors.
Yeah, I had the chills watching that. It really was a nightmare defensively for them when you go into that building and get punished by some very hot shooting.
They didn't challenge the shooters. They didn't defend the shooters like they should have. And once the fans got into it and the arena started ramping up and cranking up, it was over.
Now Golden State's starting five. On the wing, Thompson and Iguodala. Green is out there with Maurice Spates, and it's Livingston in at the point guard. Iguodala's drive. Some solid defense from Gasol. Barnes dishes to Allen. No one near Conley as he lets it go. Wide open shot is on the money. Conley's got the first points of the night for Memphis. And so it's Golden State with it. They put up a nice win against Detroit the last time out.
You know, they played well enough to win, but to be honest with you, I just felt like their opponent's defensive performance was shaky at best.
Yeah, I'd go along with that, Greg. I mean, the game wasn't handed to them, but they definitely didn't have to work as hard for it as they should have.
On defense, Memphis, they come into this having outplayed the Clippers last game.
And what a luxury when you have depth. I mean, a lot of their scoring in that win came from their reserves. And make no mistake, they carried the load for that team.
Without question, the starters can't do it all game long. You need that help from the reserves, and they got it in that one.
And Iguodala knows just how deadly his teammates can be from outside, and he looks for them to get their shot before getting his own. I think this situation for him in Golden State's perfect for his skill set.
Here is Livingston after the made shot from Zach Randolph to the left side wing. There's Green with the three, and another three for Golden State.
And a really good way to start the game. He's a guy who, if he gets it going early, he's going to give you problems.
Thompson against Conley. Outside Gasol. Shot clock at 6. Barnes passes to Gasol. Bounces high off the rim and drops. Gasol's got his first bucket in this one.
You know, you're going to have success when you can start out shooting 80% from the game. So early offensively, they've been great. That's the way you like to start. You know, the league going to more ball movement, more outside shooting, less isolation play, and those are all natural fits for the talents of Klay Thompson, who's great moving off the ball, and we know he can stroke it from long range.
Well, Greg, for Thompson, a hard-working defender. You were talking about it. Do you think Clark, his offensive style, frees him up to put more energy into defense?
Well, you know, it could be. I mean, he's extremely smooth. He's uber smooth in how he operates. He doesn't have to drive the lane and absorb a lot of contact to get his shot off, and he's quick and efficient with his offense. So that does leave him more energy for the defensive end.
And here is Conley after the three-pointer from Klay Thompson. Conley against Thompson. Here's Gasol. And the defense really pressing up on him. Made that a tough shot. Iguodala kicks to Green. Shot is off.
Oh, tough D on the inside.
It sure was, Greg. No easy access to the basket when that fella's in the middle. Michael Conley with excellent vision on that pass.
The Warriors trail. Livingston dishes to Spates. And it's good, assisting on the play with Livingston. Livingston's got his third assist on the night. Grizzlies have gone 5 of 8 from the field, shooting over 62%. Randolph a screen. The three. And the Grizzlies get it back. Kicks it to Gasol. They had a number of cracks at it, but came away empty-handed. Golden State's gone a perfect 4 of 4 from beyond the arc. A lot of their points coming by way of the three in the first quarter.
He always knows where his teammate's going to be, and Kevin, that will let him put the ball where he wants it, right waiting for him.
The Grizzlies trail by 4. Here is Conley. 14 points from him the last game against the Clippers in Los Angeles.
And don't forget about his playmaking in that game either. I mean, he did a great job of attacking the D and creating opportunities for both himself and his teammates.
Well, you know, last season Steve Kerr came into a good situation, but a touch awkward. The team wasn't 100% on board with the firing of the previous coach, but he won them over in a hurry.
Some changes for Memphis. Green, he's checked in for Barnes. Lance Stevenson comes in for Tony Allen. And it's Chalmers in for Mike Conley. The Warriors also with a sub. Barnes, who's checked in for Klay Thompson. Now, here's Chalmers. 14 points from him the last game against the Clippers in Los Angeles. Here's Stevenson. Kept alive over Iguodala. And the basket by Stevenson. Stevenson's got his first bucket of the night. So it's the Warriors now. Here's Livingston. And it's good off the back of the rim and in. There's a minute left to play in the first quarter. Now, here's Chalmers. He's tightly guarded. No good.
Hey, I like creativity and a circus finish as much as anybody. But you better be sure you got a chance to make it.
And Lance Stevenson picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, clearly he had an established position there.
Yeah, and I like this call because you want the refs in that situation. If there's any doubt, err on the side of giving the benefit of the doubt to the offensive player. That should have been a block, and it was.
Now, here's Chalmers. Looking for his first basket still in this one. Stevenson passes to Gasol. Shoots it. Hits the jump hook.
Bad matchup for the defense, no doubt about it. Doesn't have the height to influence the shot there. Never mind blocking.
Takes the three. Livingston, no luck. For Memphis, they've gone 50% from the field in the first quarter, 8 of 16. And Stevenson kicks to Chalmers. He dishes it to Gasol. And he misses the go-ahead basket.
You can see how much the defense respects him. I mean, they were all over him on that look.
It's a tie game in Memphis. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2. And the Grizzlies, a team that's dealt with their share of tough playoff losses. But, you know, you talked to point guard Mike Conley, and as he told us before the game, he still feels a championship is within reach.
We feel like we're a team that's...
One big reason why not them is what happened to Conley. Greg, losing him in the playoffs last year was the biggest adversity they went through. Can you make a case that it just made them tougher, or did it really take something out of them?
You know, Kevin, it's really hard to say. A tough break, obviously, losing Mike, and I mean that literally as well. But their problems did set them back, and maybe they can be just as good as anybody else, but until they are, they're going to have some issues.
And the second quarter getting underway. No team gaining an edge so far. And looking at what we've seen from the Grizzlies, what do you guys think?
You know, they're not going to sit back and just take jump shots. It's all about attacking the paint and getting to the rim.
That's who they are. They've been the aggressor early, attacking the hoop and getting into that paint.
So on the floor for Golden State to begin the second quarter. Thompson is the 2 with Barnes at the 3. Bogut out there with Festus Ezeli. And it's Livingston in at the 1. Conley into the lane, and Green now, top of the key. Green with a screen on Barnes. 5 to shoot, and the wide open shot from Green. That ball, nice feed that time from Stevenson. And the Grizzlies lead by 2.
And really, the Grizzlies might have dropped to 5th in the West in the final week, but they were near the top for most of last season. Often could be found in that 2 spot.
Here's Ezeli. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. Here's Conley. The shot is good, and so is his shooting tonight, 3 for 4.
And really just straight to the basket with a full head of steam.
Well, if you're going to throw it down, make sure you throw it down with force.
The Grizzlies did slip late in the West, Greg, as you said. Still, you know, Clark, 35-17. That record in the conference was 3rd best.
And even more impressive was the fact that the Grizzlies played their best when playing the other top teams. They went 16-11 against the other Western Conference playoff teams.
You know, I think he just wants to tinker with the game plan a little bit, and I think that's a wise timeout.
And part of it, too, Greg, was he saw some things going on out there that he didn't care for.
Some changes for Memphis. Zach Randolph's checked in for Jermichael Green. Barnes comes in for Lance Stevenson. And Allen subbed in for Mario Chalmers. And the Warriors also making a change. Rush is checked in, and he gets it to go. Barnes has got his first points in this one.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
Here's Rush. It's rebounded by Randolph.
Nobody even close to him, and he can't believe he doesn't knock it down.
Pass to Allen. Outside Randolph. Here's Conley. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. At the conclusion of this game, they're off to Minnesota, where they'll take on the Timberwolves. That'll be the second of this 2-game road trip. Good. 8 points for Klay Thompson.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
Memphis leading.
And remember Klay Thompson's father, Michael Thompson, a former #1 pick out of Minnesota. Growing up, he was the smallest of his brothers and thereby took his lumps when they played hoops. But he said that challenge helped him to develop into the player he is today. Oh, man, you know he'd love to have that one over.
And Rush kicks to Livingston. The dish to Thompson. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Livingston. Livingston's got 4 assists in the game. The Grizzlies have gone 4 of 6 from the field here in the second. They set the pick. Randolph a screen, and the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
We're having a chance here to check out how the Grizzlies ranked in the NBA last season. 2nd in opponent points per game, 6th in steals, and they were top 10 in free throw percentage. That's always helpful in winning games.
And you talked about their defensive ranking. I mean, they really do a good job of holding their opponents to a low point output each and every night. That grindhouse style really wore on teams.
Here's Conley after the made shot from Andre Iguodala. Green against Randolph. Unloads from 13. Rebounded by Bogut.
Right thing there to stay that tight on him and really try to keep him out of his comfort zone.
The drive by Thompson, and he takes that one up and powers it through.
Tell you what, he can do a lot more damage to that rim than that when he wants to.
And you know, Clark, with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Me too.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm glad he didn't, because otherwise we'd probably have a 45-minute delay here if he shattered the backboard.
That's not a sight you see very often. I mean, he has a great feel for that jump shot, especially when he's open.
And Rush kicks to Green. Golden State moving it around. Lets the three fly. Brandon Rush, and that's good. And the Warriors lead by 8.
Boy, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
It really has, Clark. The defense unable to react as quickly as necessary in terms of dealing with their passing.
Now here's Randolph. Marked down low that time, and he got the 3-second call.
And a moment here to check out the numbers for Marc Gasol. Great showing for him last season. Last season put up about 17 points per, 7 rebounds, and 3 assists. And he paced the whole team in points per game last season.
Sure, his teammates knew he was their best option, so that's why they just kept feeding him the rock.
Catching up on the changes for Memphis. Green, he's checked in for Randolph. Lance Stevenson comes in for Matt Barnes. And it's Chalmers in for Mike Conley.
Boy, guys, they've shown some great passing on their last few trips down the floor. Excellent.
4 straight passes leading to scores. Great team play.
Now a timeout called by Memphis. You can point to any number of things, Clark. The Warriors did well last year. Their play on the road being one of them.
Well, the Warriors were exactly road warriors all season long, partner. Hit the ground running and finished with the league best 28 road wins.
Now, here's Chalmers. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game.
Just such a good shooter from that range.
And you factor in his height advantage, it's almost unfair.
Here's Thompson, following the basket by Marc Gasol. Back to Green. At the elbow, it's Thompson. And good on the basket. Book it. Thompson's got the lead up to 10 now for the Warriors.
And for the Warriors, they would go on several road trips undefeated last season. Still, the only time they looked vulnerable were games on the road. Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And, you know, the defense gets their money's worth on that foul, stopping the layup and not giving up the and one.
Tony Allen, 2 shots.
That's off as well, so he misses both. Warriors leading by 10. Outside, Green. And a wide-open look for Iguodala. Another 3 for Golden State.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Dime-dropping delights is what I call it.
Yeah, that's a nice pass. I will give you that one.
Yeah, he was on the money, that's no doubt. Here's Gasol. And another miss by Memphis. And we've reached halftime in this one. Warriors ahead. They lead by 13. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, folks. Ernie Johnson here along with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. We're going to break down the first half action for you. Klay Thompson putting in some serious work for the team tonight. He had 14 points, 3 rebounds, and 1 steal. His opening period tonight, right on par with his performance last game out, which was outstanding. Hey, big fella, what's your take on Golden State so far?
Well, Kenny should appreciate this. I love the ball movement. They were in sync as a unit, and their assist numbers were impressive. Anytime you get 5 players working together like that instead of one guy doing it alone, it's always going to be a boost. That's the primary reason they're in control of the game.
How about you, Kenny? What'd you think about Memphis?
Can this team please get fired up on defense? I mean, get angry, get upset. Guys are way too soft and giving up way too many good looks. At some point, you got to draw the line in the sand. Be like, okay, who's crossing this line? If you're coming over here, I'm taking a hard foul, and I'm going to resist you on defense.
And that's it for halftime as the second half is just about to get underway. See you after the game.
Welcome back, everyone, to the start of the second half. Big margin on our hands, but we'll see if that gap narrows down in the third and fourth quarters. Klay Thompson has been sensational.
Yeah, you know, one of the things about the truly greats of our game is that sometimes you get spoiled because of how consistent they can be. And so far, another big scoring night for him.
And oftentimes when he puts up that many points in the first half, he follows it up with an even better second half. We'll see if that's the case here.
Randolph is the 4 with Gasol in the middle. Conley and Allen in the backcourt. And it's Barnes in at the 3, the small forward. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Dave Yeager. Now here's Barnes. Randolph kicks to Allen. The stupendous finish in traffic.
That pass into the paint, that is a work of art there. Dead on target.
And it goes out of bounds. That one off Randolph.
And now a chance to check out Klay Thompson. He had a strong showing last season. 4th in three-point field goal percentage, 10th in scoring, and ranked in the top 15 in free throw percentage. Tremendous confidence and technique at the line.
And, you know, as you said, he was great from downtown. I don't think last year was an aberration. He's one of the deadliest sharpshooters in the game.
Livingston, no luck. The Grizzlies trail by 13. Outside Gasol. Pass to Conley. Outside Randolph. Little turnaround. Shot's good. Randolph's got 6 points.
Ooh, that is a tough shot.
Golden State's gotten off 12 shots from beyond the arc tonight, hitting 7 of them.
Zach Randolph getting up there in his mid-30s, but his game has never been based on explosiveness. So it's all about strength, skill, and craft when you talk about Zebo, and he's aging gracefully.
Warriors leading by 11. Thompson inside the line. That falls. Nice speed that time from Andre Iguodala. 16 points for Klay Thompson.
And really, the Warriors had an amazing regular season last year. Just from a historical standpoint, it was one of the best ever.
Now a timeout called by Memphis. And for the Warriors last year, they would end the season with 67 wins. That number, Clark, tying for the 6th best win total in NBA history.
And my guess is only a few people saw it coming. I mean, and as the season wore on, it became more and more apparent that the Warriors were for real, but it took a while for people to accept that fact.
The Grizzlies trail by 13. Third quarter of play with just over a minute and a half gone by. And so he draws the foul on the shot, a trip to the line to shoot 2.
In a league that's becoming more and more pick and roll oriented, Zach Randolph is more of a throwback, if you will. I mean, he likes to back his man down and battle for those offensive rebounds.
And Randolph drops them both. Oh, I love the power forward. Zach Randolph always seems to carve out space, the space he needs to play well.
Yeah, he's unorthodox but extremely gifted. A nice blend of physicality with high skill level, especially when you talk about shooting the ball.
Warriors leading by 11. Here's Livingston. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. Livingston's got 6. The Grizzlies have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Allen, and he uses both hands to jam it in.
And if that doesn't get them fired up, guys, nothing will.
Greg, just what the doctor ordered, huh? Some high-flying antics to narrow the deficit.
Tell you what, fellas, that could give them the energy boost they've been looking for.
You know, the Warriors took some flack when they passed on the chance to trade for Kevin Love, but I really think that the rise of Draymond Green as their stretch 4-man made the decision even better and also kept their cap situation far more flexible.
Andrew Bogut checked in for Golden State. Festus Ezeli comes in for Klay Thompson.
Not too much congestion in the lane. I think he could have gotten a better shot that time, no question.
And the call will be against Sean Livingston. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, a bit over-eager right there. Left his feet too early.
Yeah, and if you're already boxed out like he was, just back up. Because if you don't, you're going to get called for the over-the-back foul every time.
And Draymond Green won't give you the superstar numbers of a Kevin Love, but he's got a deceptive impact, Clark, at both ends of the floor.
Yeah, I call him a value utility guy because he does a little bit of everything that brings value to your quest to win. His shooting has steadily gotten better, and while he's not an all-star yet, with some of his total contributions on the floor, impressive. Boy, I tell you what, he loves getting looks like that from the three-point line. No one near him. That's a warm-up jumper for him.
Stolen by Michael Conley. And the lead is down inside single digits. Conley's got 8 points.
That's really how they're going to get back into this game, trim the lead. I mean, play tough defense, force some turnovers, and then push it to the other end.
And Clark, those steals allow you to play in the open floor.
Livingston, no luck.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him. But luckily, his teammates have picked up the slack.
Allen, and there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Cutting into that lead a little bit. Way to finish.
And the basket is still shaking.
Oh, I mean, he has got power in bunches on that two-hand.
Now here's Iguodala. He's got 7. And the Warriors miss again.
And the D does just enough to throw off his rhythm on that shot.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Andre Iguodala. That is his first foul of the game. And some changes here for the Grizzlies. Lance Stevenson's checked in for Barnes. And it's Chalmers in for Tony Allen. Brandon Rush, he's checked in for Golden State. Warriors leading by 6 to the paint. And Green slams it in.
You know, there are a lot of bigger power forwards than him in the NBA, but very few that rise up like he can.
For Memphis, they've gone 6 of 9 from the floor here in the second half. They've got to be happy with that. Well, Memphis loves the grit and grind mentality of this Grizzlies team. We all know that. They are at their most fearsome, I think, right here in the Grindhouse.
No doubt about it. Some names just stick, and everyone here knows when you say Grindhouse, you're talking about the FedEx Forum. Memphis so strong in this building.
Conley into the lane, passes it to Gasol. Nice D from Bogut.
You know, he just hasn't looked right to me. A bit out of sorts, if you will. Something's off with his mechanics, at least as I look at it.
Wow, that's a really smooth finish.
That's why we and they always love seeing him at the end of those breaks. He makes it look fun and easy.
Now a timeout called by Memphis.
Well, I tell you, last year, guys, the Grizzlies lived up to the nickname of the Grindhouse. Top 5 defense here at home, and a lot of close wins that could have gone either way, but they grinded them out.
Right, he's checked in for the Grizzlies. JaMychal Green comes in for Michael Conley. And the Warriors also making a change. Harrison Barnes, he's checked in for Andrew Bogut.
Early on, he tried to shoot his way out of this funk, but later in the game now, he might want to just give it up and look for his teammates to do the scoring.
And here's Barnes for 3, can't hit. The Grizzlies trail by 10. Stevenson drives in, hits the front of the rim and out.
And those close wins and that blue-collar attitude is really what helped Memphis get to a 31-10 record here at home. I mean, good for second-best home record in that very tough Western Conference.
And so here's Memphis after the Warriors pick up 3. There's 47 seconds left in the third. And there's the pass to Gasol. That's good. Gasol's got 8 points.
Superb assist there. He played the role of the maestro on that one.
The feed to Rush. Back to Barnes. They kick it out to Green. And another basket for Golden State.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
Gasol a screen. Chalmers dishes to Gasol. Here's Stevenson. Nice work on the boards, paying off with the basket. Stevenson's got his 3rd basket of the night.
Just not enough bodies on the glass right there, and they paid for it.
Well, Greg, I know you're a little guy, but you know what it means to box out, and it's an effort thing and a mindset deal. You got to get your body between that other player and the ball.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
Yeah, it looked like it. I mean, he kind of slid underneath as he got to the spot, too.
Eight seconds left in the third quarter. Here's Spates. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Spates has got 6 points. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. The Warriors on top, ending the 3rd quarter on a 12-4 run. And right after this, we'll bring you the start of the final quarter right here on 2K Sports. And we're rolling here again with the 4th quarter. Might not come down to the wire, but you never know. Here's Conley. Setting the floor for the Warriors. Pulling out the wings, it's Iguodala and Barnes. Bogut out there with Maurice Spates, and it's Thompson in at the point. Now Barnes. Shot clock. At 5 for the 3, and Zach Randolph gets the whistle that time, and that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Tony Allen's checked in for Mario Chalmers. Warriors leading by 14. The drive by Thompson. He dents the rim with a 2-handed slam. Wow.
And he just big boyed it right there. The height advantage he's got down low, really difficult for them to defend.
The Grizzlies shooting 48% from the field. Not bad at all. Conley against Thompson. Conley, the pass to Gasol. He kicks to Randolph. Randolph a screen. Conley with the 3. Makes the bucket. Now he's got 5 field goals. 5 for 8 in the game.
And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of it.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge Greg, and when that's the case, you can mark those up for him.
Now here's Barnes. On the wing, Iguodala, defended by Allen. Iguodala gets the bucket. The Grizzlies trail by 15. Gasol setting the pick for Conley. Left side, Randolph shoots off the screen. The Warriors pull it in. Thompson's got his 3rd rebound tonight.
You know, they're not totally dominating the glass, but they're definitely doing enough to keep this lead right where it is.
Yeah, but they've separated themselves, Clark, in a number of categories. Rebounds just being one of them. Just carrying the load right now offensively, guys. He is not wasting any chances.
From where I sit, Greg, it's a simple deduction. They want things to be easy on themselves here late. Make sure he has the ball.
Iguodala with it, and Allen picks him up defensively. Iguodala kicks to Thompson. Rejected by Gasol. Goes back up, and it's Thompson that time on the assist from Spates. And it's now 22 points for Klay Thompson. The Grizzlies have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Gasol a screen. Conley dishes to Allen. Bogut against Randolph. That doesn't go either for Randolph.
Now, nice work there to contest the finish inside.
You know, they got the shot they wanted, but his defense, deterred them from those plans.
How about the way he's able to angle his body to shield the big fella off and still get the finish?
You've got to be clever with your sleight of hand when you get inside and try to finish against the bigger guys. And he made it look easy that time.
Warriors leading by 17. Dishes it to Bogut. Feeds it to Iguodala. Back to Bogut. Inside. And Thompson kicks to Barnes. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. For Memphis, they've gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the fourth quarter. Randolph a screen. Conley for 3. The shot will not go. And it's the Warriors taking it the other way.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And really a reflection of their superior effort level to this point. It seems to me they've gone after this win a little bit more.
And that is good.
You know, if you're only looking at the way he's played offensively, you think his team would have the lead. Yeah, I think he just sees some things that can be improved and wants to get everybody back on the same page.
And usually that, to me, is a good use of the timeout. I mean, if there's something that he's noticed that can give his team a lift, I think he's got to try to take advantage of that.
Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Kevin, I was able to listen in on what Steve Kerr was going over with his team. He said to them, the lead we've got now is nice, but I want to make it even nicer. This is when we put the hammer down. It doesn't look like he's ready to back off just yet, guys.
When you think about Sean Livingston, you think about the career that might have been an absolute rising star after being taken Clark fourth back in the 2004 draft.
Kevin, he was averaging over 5 assists a game as a teenager, and his shot was improving every year. Then the devastating knee injury. Just great to see him back playing basketball.
Warriors leading by 15. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Tony Allen. That is his first foul of the game.
I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
Yeah, it looked like it. He kind of slid underneath as he got to the spot, too.
Stolen by Randolph.
Boy, that was a terrific steal there. Is there anything they haven't done well today?
Conley kicks to Allen. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. Clark, looking around the league, there's no team that teams want to play less than the Memphis Grizzlies. They just wear you down.
Well, they play a physical brand of basketball. They play hard. Everybody's on the same page. And even if you beat the Grizzlies, they take a lot out of you in terms of how they try to wear you down.
And the Grizzlies played so well against all the other playoff teams. Part of it is that they just have a style that matches up well with anyone.
Randolph passes to Gasol. And stolen by Spates. Thompson dishes to Livingston. It's Thompson off the drive. Some solid defense from Randolph.
Those are chances. Almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm. And clearly, we will not be witnessing a spirited comeback tonight, albeit as exciting as that would be. This was an excellent all-around performance for the Warriors.
Clark, look at their number of assists.
Well, they minimized the one-on-one situations, Kevin. They got the ball moving, and it found the open guy.
Great ball movement, you're right. And so with this win, they'll move to 6 victories on the season.
And they're going to get the second game between these two clubs, just like they took the first. This will put them up 2-0 with 2 games left to play in their season series against the Grizzlies.
And what a huge standout performance it was for Thompson. He was doing everything right, and the points came in bunches. Definitely had the hot hand.
That's good.
That is some real serious dime dropping there. Exquisite assist.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Livingston, no luck. Allen kicks to Barnes. Count the bucket, coming off a perfectly placed assist.
And they're clearly finishing strong here, but not enough time to pull it out.
Yeah, it does look like they're going to end on a high note. Too bad this run didn't develop sooner for them.
Yeah, easy call.
Yeah, you could hear the smack all the way over here where we are.
He doesn't hit the first, and that was the one they really wanted. He's got one more, though. And he's good on the second.
Boy, his hands weren't the steadiest at the line that time, but that was all they needed to put a cap on this one.
So we see the Warriors taking the game here. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, gee, a pretty hostile environment.
It really was. You know, it's never going to be easy on the road, but they didn't have too many problems with that tonight.
And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Yes, Kevin, thank you. I'm with Klay Thompson. You were able to really help out your team on the offensive end. What enabled such a big night of productivity for you?
You know, I'm just used to the pace of the game by now, and my teammates do a good job finding me when I'm open, so all credit goes to them. I just catch and fire when I'm open.
Thank you, Klay. We so appreciate it. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, Doris, thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. This is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in. Now time to send you over to the award-winning Ernie Johnson for the postgame show with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Thank you, Kevin. And now we have the opportunity to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Klay Thompson. Talk about lighting it up in the second quarter. My word, that was just huge, and the impact carried them through the entire game. What are your thoughts, Kenny, on his game tonight?
Klay Thompson is everything you want in a swingman. Long and athletic, a staunch defender, and a terrific passer. But let's not forget what makes him truly special, that silky smooth jump shot. Thompson is pure, fellas, and he can light it up.
He had a sensational night shooting the ball. Over 60% reminds me of myself. If you're shooting over 60%, you're playing smart. You're being aggressive, and you're creating opportunities. What a spectacular performance.
And that wraps things up, folks. Thanks for joining us. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the rest of the 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. Good night, everybody.